Our story begins with a man, an old man who goes by the name Dennis. Dennis was sitting on his favorite chair until he heard the sound of his wife, Abigail, bickering in his right ear. He couldn't hear from his left ear because of a welding accident. As Abigail was yapping away, he couldn't help but notice a mysterious stain on her blouse. What could that stain be? It was unlike any other color Dennis had seen before on a stain. While this was happening, Dennis felt a canker sore underneath his tongue. "Dennis! Are you even listening to me?" his wife exclaimed profusely. Dennis didn't want to deal with this situation anymore, so he shouts out the words, "Meander oil!" Out of pure shock, Abigail leaves the room very bewildered, almost as if the whole thing never even happened. That gets rid of that problem, Dennis thinks to himself. Little does Abigail know, Dennis had taken Abigail to a hypnotist 20 years prior and paid the hypnotist to make Abigail reset every time he said the words, "Meander oil." Meander oil has no meaning, it's just one of those words that sound pretty cool when you say it. Dennis sits alone in his living room. He looks around and notices a spider web in the corner of the living room. He's too comfortable sitting in his lovely chair, so he lets this problem slide. His wife comes back and begs Dennis to take out the trash. He says no. Abigail replies, "Why not?" And Dennis says, "Because." They both stand there in awkward silence. Dennis then looks at her stain again. Abigail then walks away and takes out the trash instead. Dennis thinks about his father and how he used to wear big suits with big shoulder pads. Abigail comes back and requests that they get a divorce. Dennis says, "Meander oil."